Atlanta Hawks, New Orleans Pelicans. Go ahead and warn you now. I hope you stay anyway. There is no Zion. I mean, y'all don't want to hear another one of my rants about players playing or not playing in the NBA. I'm sure y'all don't want to hear another one of my rants. I've done enough, but I'm so tired of this, man. As Jalen Johnson gets to do. As a matter of fact, I'm speaking of Jalen Johnson, right? As Trae Young dimes it up to Johnson. You know what I was thinking about? I'm not going to try to rant about Zion. I'm going to try, but like, you know, a guy like Trae Young, who I followed his whole career, right? A guy like Trae Young will get the bad end of the stick. They'll call Trae Young out for not being a great leader. As the #1 pick in the draft, Ricochet right there gets the dudes. He had a good, I think he had a good game. I saw a couple of plays he made in this one. I want to say he had a good game. I want to talk about him in a second as well. But anywho, back to boy, Atlanta got a bright team, don't they? Ain't no way they got four light skins and a white guy on the court. What the hell? I feel like the NBA's in 2090 or something like that. Boy, this is a light team. They're by design? Like, Lord, I don't think I couldn't tell you the last time I seen that. Anywho, I was thinking, man, a guy like Trae Young has gotten a lot of criticism, and like, all he's done is be healthy, right? Like, he had a little slip up last year. He had the injury around, what was that, end of January, top of February, as Johnson makes the block. But more times than not, Trae Young is one of the healthier guys in the league. He's on the court pretty much every night for the Hawks, 70 games a year for sure. And, you know, he gets criticized, but then you got a Zion that'll give you, what, 50, 55 games at this point? He's already missed like 2 or 3 games. We're only at game 6 of the season. Like, I mean, he's on pace to miss 50% of his games. And, like, a lot of people like, damn, it feels like Zion's healthy this year. Like, that, come on, bro. That's ridiculous that the standard's that low for a guy that I think is 24 years of age right now, as Larry Nance goes glass against his former team. So when I hear a guy like Jalen Johnson, who a lot of people are not up on, I've been to a lot of Jalen's games live. I go to a lot of Hawks games. Jalen Johnson is going, like, I think he's about to, so he's going to miss this free throw, and nobody paying attention. Look at this long body right here. Easy cleanup for Jalen. Jalen Johnson got paid this offseason, right before the season, and a lot of people are like, why are they paying that man that money? Trust me, Jalen Johnson has got a bright future. He's coming. He's really him. Now, do you want Jalen, who's going to give you 70, 72 games a year? He's going to average, what, 20 points for you? Or do you want Zion, who'll give you, he's great when he's there, as Matthews nails a long three. But we're talking about a guy that can only give you 45, 50 games a year. He's never able to give you a playoff minute. I'm just saying, man, if I had it everything equal, obviously you want Zion over Jalen Johnson. Zion's better than Jalen Johnson. Zion affects the game much better than Jalen does. Obviously you talk about Zion, he's a face of the franchise type of guy, a guy you can build around all the hype coming out of Duke. One of the more touted prospects over the last decade. But what if you're only getting him out there for 40 games a year and a guy like Jalen's healthier? I'm just saying, man, the gap closes quickly. A guy like Jalen's going to close that gap between somebody like him and Zion quickly. If you're not up to date on Jalen Johnson, don't say I didn't warn you. If you're just a moderate fan that's seen him play a couple times, y'all, Jalen Johnson is good. Like, I don't know if the Hawks are going to keep Trae Young for the foreseeable future. I think they will move him if they had the right deal. They might let him kind of get his stock back up to where they would like to for a trade. The Hawks are not going to entertain offers for Jalen Johnson for a long time. Beautiful pass from Johnson right there. He's going to be the face of their franchise really, really soon. Alvarado. Oh, that's tough. Pelicans got the lead as we take a break. Let's go to the third. Now, I done bragged on you, Jalen. Don't make me look crazy now. As Capella scores the deuce. I'm just asking you what you want. Like, do you want the guy that I don't know what Zion issue, but this is ridiculous. As Dyson goes and gives you 2. This is ridiculous, man. What the hell? You can't play 6 games in a row?
Nobody takes Trae Young. He'll get it.
But they'll call out Trae.
Up against Dyson on the fall away baseline.
They'll say he's not face of the franchise worthy.
And around Capella, the shot blocker. Pell's desperate for that.
And I want to give the Pelicans some credit. The Pelicans have paid as many of their guys as they could.
Jalen Johnson all the way
to make sure you got some, some backup for when Zion's out. Bringing in CJ through trade, trading for DeJounte, paying some of these guys, keeping Herb, keeping Trevor. Like, they did as best they could around Zion. They've always had a nice center around them, where it be when it was Valanciunas early or Tice. They've always had requisite center play around them.
Jalen Johnson inside out with Ricochet. And
look at the #1 pick in the draft, Ricochet. Don't forget about me now. Oh, look at this dude.
Fourth foul, you gotta let it go.
This is who I believe in. I'm paying attention to Ricochet. Like, I love that he's able to guard guards, right? Like, I love that they got, look at him, he's guarding guards. But Johnson is the one I think that's next up. See a little 2-man action with Jalen and Trae. That's going to be unguardable soon. You can't. If Johnson rolls, he's getting a dunk.
Daniels on the run. Nope. And the floater, it'll work.
And I like some of these pieces that the Hawks got, man.
Going for
Capella.
Yep. Gosh, that's a great pass. Pels can't buy it right now. So they're down to 41%.
10-point game midway through the third. Clint Capella getting some easy buckets in here. Stuff in the stat sheet. Speaking of the stats.
Before Larry Nance could get out there. And the length of Ricochet took it away, so Matthews. And it's blocked by Jordan Hawkins. Outstanding. Didn't quit on the play after the turnover.
The block.
Jose. Yes.
Alvarado.
That's big. He's got Jose on the trail. How about a 3-ball from Jose? Tip. Tice. Or make it Jeremiah. And Brandon back at it.
This should be golden.
Yeah, it is going to be. Yeah. Now, this is the end of the floor. You got to pick it up. Roddy.
It's a good cut by Larry.
David Roddy.
Larry on the hammer.
Hawks got some guys, man.
Looking over to the bench.
Larry Nance had 14 against his former team. Ricochet had 11. That's good. 29 for Jalen Green. 9 rebounds, 8 assists. All right. Trae Young, 23 points, 12 assists. Jordan Hawkins, y'all know how I feel about him. If you don't, I love Jordan Hawkins. Great guard. Pelicans not going to be able to keep him for too many more years. I love him. Pelicans and the Hawks, both these teams got a lot of talent on these rosters, man. And they let their talent play. In the Pelicans situation, they ain't got no choice because they missed so many of their starters. Kane a nice piece. Like, they got, bro. Kane had 14 off the bench. Ingram had 32. I feel like that's the first bucket I've seen him hit.
Ricochet trying to back down Kane.
It's a quiet 32.
See, they're doing everything. Like, basically right now, Jalen Johnson's their facilitator.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson is like the facilitator. I like that. I like that Trae's coming off the ball more. Or now he's not in the game, but I mean, if Johnson's able to get, you got to think Trae gets double-digit assists pretty much every game. To be able to get 8, 9 assists on the team that Trae's on, that means Trae's coming off the ball. Or Trae and Johnson not. Oh! He's coming, y'all. I'm trying to warn you. Oh, and Larry Nance got to get one on his former team. Hello. Ooh, he wanted to throw that down.
He has made a 3, but he's had his way down around the rim, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He's played well.
Man, look at this defense by the Hawks. They have put this game away after the Pelicans made it close. It ain't close no more. Shout out to Atlanta, taking advantage of a Zion-less Pelicans squad. No Murray, no McCollum, no problem. If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And When you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is Ferro, your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is Ferro.